and union. So I am going to show you that how union is different than structure practically, right? So what are the practical consequences of using union? So for that, first of all, I would like to open my new source file. Inside this, I am writing include stdio.h and int main, right? So now here I have to write return 0. Now I will show you about the structure. So struct stud, that is student structure, and inside this I am taking three integers member, that is mark1, int mark2 and int marks3, right? Mark3, and here you have to do semicolon. Now inside void main I am creating struct student s1, right? Here struct student s1, and here I am telling computer to enter student's marks, right? So enter student's marks, and for that I am using scanf %d. What will we write? We will write s1 dot mark1, and here it will be and this sign, right? And then I will copy the statement and paste it over here. So here marks 2 and marks 3. Let me change it to marks 2, and here it will be marks 3, right? So here user will be able to enter marks. Now if I want to find the total, I can find total equal to s1 dot marks, or say mark 1, plus s1 dot mark 2 plus s1 dot mark 3, right? And then semicolon. At last I am going to printf /n total marks obtained by the student is %d, and here you can write total, right? So this is the program. Now what if I execute this program? Let me save it first. Now if I compile it and run it, it is showing me an error that printf. Okay, here it will be printf. Okay, now again compile and run. It is running. So enter student marks. So I'm entering, say, I'm randomly entering 1, 2 and 3. So what will be the total? Total will be 6, right? So total marks obtained by the student is 6. So I know that in case of structure, different memories are allocated to this marks 1, marks 2 and marks 3. So I can access them in this way, right? Here after this, if I want to print, say printf mark 1 is %d, here it will be s1 dot mark 1. Let me copy this, right? I can copy them and paste it over here. Here it will be mark 2, here it will be mark 3, here it will be 2, and here it will be 3. Let me save this program. I just want to show you, right? So this practical is very easy. No one going to ask this kind of practical, but I just want to show you the concept that here I can individually print marks 1, marks 2 and marks 3. You can see the marks 1, marks 2, marks 3 members over here. Now what is the problem when I am doing this with the help of union? So what is the difference? For union I need to write union keyword, right, to define unions, and here also we will write union. Otherwise every other syntax is similar with structure and union, right? So here to change structure inside union, we just have to create a union using union keyword, but the memory allocation of this kind of union student will be very different than in case of structure, right? So let me just save this program, compile it and run it. Now entering the same result, that is 1, 2 and 3. You can see marks 1 is 3, marks 2 is also 3, and marks 3 is also 3, and the total is 9. What is happening over here? Let me first show you this, right? So here, what is happening in union? What are the members and what is the bytes or memory occupied by those members? Maximum among those will be allocated to the union member. So here for student, it will check if it is having integer, float, character or character array kind of data type or not. So here it is having 3 type of integer, right? So it will allocate common space. How much byte integer will occupy? Integer will occupy 4 bytes. So among these 3 members, it will just give 4 bytes, right? So when I entered this mark, it was stored in the 4 bytes, right? When I entered this mark, it replaced the previous, or it replaced marks 1. So mark 1 is replaced by mark 2 because it was having common space. In case of structure, it was allocating 4 byte to this, 4 byte to this, and 4 byte to this. So total 12 bytes were allocated in case of structure. But in case of union, total bytes allocated is maximum of this 4, 4, 4, that is 4. So in case of union, it is allocating 4 bytes only. So now when it encounters scanf for mark 3, it will just replace mark 2 with mark 3, right? So now at the end, in the common space, there exist marks for mark 3 only. Now whenever I am doing total, in place of mark 1, it will also consider the common space, that is this marks 3, and then again for it will consider 3 and 3, right? So whenever I am printing marks, right, here I am printing marks, at that time it will consider 3, that is the last mark only, not the previous marks, and total is also wrong. So what should be done in order to get the marks? If I am writing this marks exactly after this mark exactly after this, and this mark exactly after this, then at that time I can get at least actual marks printed, but then also we will get different total. The total will be wrong. I will show you here. If we compile it and run it, if I am entering 1, 2, okay, so mark 1 is printed. Now if I am entering 2 and if I am entering 3, so basically I have not used /n, so that's why it is happening. So let me use /n over here, /n here also /n, right? So let me compile it and run it. If I'm entering say 1, 2 and 3, mark 3 is 3, so correct marks are printed, but the total is still 90 because I have told you that what is happening, right? So you may ask that, ma'am, what is the benefit of using union? So whenever you don't need the thing like this, you don't want to implement a logic like this, so you want to save the memory, right? Instead of 12 bytes, you just have to allocate 4 bytes to union, right? So it will save the memory. So at that time in that kind of cases, you can use union. So this is the basic practical difference between structure and union. If you still don't understand this concept, please go to the video of why structure is needed and how the memory is allocated to a structure, and why union is needed and how memory is allocated to union, and then after watch this video. Please go through the videos repeated time in order to understand it in better way. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section and ask me. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.